about trading Forex is that you don't actually know exactly which trade is going to be a crazy winner or just another loss.
What's up, everybody? We are currently live.
We'll take away the weekly.
Trace back down to orthodox. Then that price is going to be bullish.
Point sort of chasing the market. I was more than happy to stay flat.
Hello everyone.
What the kangaroo tell?
Always recommend trading on the 5 minute.
Some of these exotic pairs and pretty steady uptrend, making these higher highs and higher.
Mostly trend following.
The stimulus in a certain way.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Hello, can you hear me now? Hello? Hello, hello? Hello, hello, hello? Okay, yeah, sorry, everybody. My mic was, I think I was muted there for some reason. But anyway, hope you're all well. It's a Monday. Sounds good. Okay, good, thank you, appreciate that. And also, we'll start off with the SPX here. So how many times, I think, in the past over summer, I've seen this happen on US Open so many times, right? We've come down on that volatility and primarily to the downside and immediately rejected within the first 30 minutes as we've got now, moving back up. So if we look at the 5 minute, look at this. And we could probably look back over summer and how many times I've seen this or I've noticed this over the US Open it's kind of crazy, to be honest with you. So, I think maybe we get the same thing again. This hourly chart for the SPX is looking okay now. I consider this B wave here, if we're taking this as a complex corrective, an AB shallow C. B wave for me is always quite key for trend continuation. Now the stocks are rising, it's still risk on. Okay, we can see that very clearly from this daily chart. So we are at all-time highs now. Hey Don, hey Breeze, hope you're all well. We're at all-time highs here, okay? But we have come on this 4-hour chart from a decent, well, I say decent, a very nice move to the upside. And to be honest, for me, this movement since I would say May of this year has been the best trading conditions since probably start of summer. This is where, for me, I make my money. Now I know we've had movements to the upside in the past. You know, from here to here and here to here. But during these times, I found the markets were quite choppy. No real follow through, even though stocks were pushing on, no real massive momentum. And it's not been until this recent price action that I felt quite good and connected with the markets. Now, the only issue I have with it is, if we put a line chart on it, it just looks like potentially it could be losing that momentum. Now, that's not a bad thing. If we come back and have our impulse loss of momentum, harder reset for continuation to the upside, I kind of want that to happen because for me, it would make it a little bit healthier for continuation on the SPX to the upside. Does that have to happen on these daily chart? Nope. Again, if we drill out to the longer term view of things, we're breaking out of this corrective. So by no means does this mean this has to have a little reload to continue on. It looks pretty good. You know, this is not a bad entry. If you consider what happened, you know, before, buying that SPX as an investment play for longer term opportunities makes sense. Buy the dip. It's buy the dip for a reason. So the SPX looks good. It's still risk on. I know the yen pairs have kind of gone a little bit extended, coming off a little bit. But for me, with this risk sentiment, with where the stocks are, looking for potential pullbacks in those pairs, specifically selling the yen, still makes sense. Still makes sense for me. And for the SPX, if we do get a break and close above this B wave, it could be a decent confirmation for continuation to the upside. Just be aware that we could come down before we do that. So SPX looks good. Risk on. Markets are pushing. Everything is good in the world at the moment. Now the dollar's a strange one. The dollar's a strange one for me. Today it's got a decent push off. Now I don't know whether you guys know. Denise, hi, how are you? Hope you're well. I haven't seen any news come out today. I don't know if anybody tells me wrong. I know there was some Euro news out, but nothing that I saw fundamentally. The dollar shot up like crazy. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing I saw that warranted this, which sometimes makes me a little bit wary of it. Okay. Now, in saying that, this morning I was actually looking at a DXY short on a potential cut with handle and a cut with handle squeeze into this area. And I really liked it. I like the idea of doing that. However, this massive push has kind of changed sentiment a little bit. But because of the extent it's gone, sometimes I'm a little bit wary of this. I'm wary of a dollar kind of bull trap. I'm not saying that can't happen. We have broken and close above this downtrending anchor, right? So that is important. So the sentiment is kind of, I've got to kind of be on the fence here. Well, this could be a break and close above this anchor for continuation because this is a decent dollar, obviously a bullish candle. But sometimes when they're so large like this for no massive fundamental reason, it sometimes puts a little bit of doubt in my mind on it. You know, we're kind of getting a little bit of a come off here on the smaller time frames. Could this be a potential fake out to the upside? Maybe. Maybe. I think it'll be interesting to see how this daily closes, because the argument for the dollar is this is an impulse to the upside, and this is a simple corrective back to this support zone, which I presume maybe around that 38.250. Yeah, around that 38.2. I know the dollar likes the 50, but it doesn't mean it has to go back there every time. But it's around that 38.2, around this previous resistance, new support. So if you get a decent closure on this daily candle, then yeah, it could change my sentiment for the dollar, I would say. But at the moment, I know we've had a push on the 4 hour. I'm just not massively confident in saying dollar to the upside. Just not yet. Just not yet. In the trading Discord, I heard people say the Fed will announce tapering the next Fed. Yeah. Jerome Powell was talking about tapering. Yeah, okay, yeah, might be a delayed reaction since the news on Friday. Yeah, I mean, you guys know me. I'm not a fundamental trader at all. The only thing I'm wary of is that news has already been known, right? So, yeah, I mean, you could be right. You could be right. I'm just a bit wary of it. Put it that way, because of the extent of this candle. Whenever I see huge bullish moves like this, I'm just a little bit wary. So yeah, if we get possibly a little pullback for continuation, we get some price acceptance above this area, it would make me more confident in dollar longs. But making sure this digests, this particular candle here digests this move, and you know, price acceptance is probably the best way to look at this above this area, then yeah, I would be more confident in dollar to the upside. I'm just a little bit wary right now. That's all I'll say about it. And I mean, look at this. If we take it from the opposite end of the view, right? From a purely technical analysis point of view, where do you think stops are? I think stops are here. Personally, I know about the tapering and all that. I understand that side, but from a purely technical point of view, we're going against the trend with this decent impulse, and we've got to an area where stop locations are. It is, you know, a significant area, and we've seemed to be on these smaller time frames, also on high volume, rejected it. So it'll be put it this way, it'll be interesting to see what happens with the dollar over this US session, in my opinion. But let's see. I think the best thing to do would be, I know I'm going on to that about the dollar, but I think the best thing to do would be wait for this daily closure. This daily closure will tell us quite a bit about what's going to happen. For example, over the US session, this comes down and creates, you know, that rejection, complete rejection to the upside. You've got to be thinking downtrending movement, right? You've got to be thinking that. So let's see whether the fundamentals or the technicals are going to win today. Be interesting to see how the dollar. Yeah, exactly. It'd be interesting. I'll throw my hat in there. Remember, I'm not trading this, but I think this comes back down. I just think it's coming back down, but I could be completely wrong. Again, I'm not trading that. It's just my personal bias. It's Monday, so yeah, it's Monday. I mean, Monday markets, right? Look at my watch list today. This is my watch list. There's literally nothing on it. Monday, I'll go through these, but I had the DXY. Obviously, that's taken off now. But it's been a typical Monday day today, to be honest, letting stuff set up. We'll go into the German 30. This was interesting to me. So the setup came, it's come off a little bit, so I can't take the trade. But I want to show you the setup because I think the higher time frame confluence is quite good. It's quite important in knowing how I trade and trying to get similar outcomes to the Swiss yen last week. Is that if we look to the daily chart, forget about the setup. If you look at the daily chart here, it's in a really nice position for upward movement. Again, very similar to the SPX, where we could be in that corrective zone. We had this, you want to call it a double bottom, but certainly support coming in on this 200 at this area, a big bullish hammer on high volume, and we're pushing back up. So we had that impulse, slight corrective around that 20 should start curling up, and now potentially looking quite good for upward movement. Again, we look at the 4-hour, impulse to the upside, slight head and shoulders here, push on, breaking through this ranging structure. 4-hour bar, rejection of that 20, looks quite good. All right, looks quite good. We pull down to the 30-minute. This was my potential setup here, again at B wave. If we consider this ABC, push on, little fake out on London Open, come back to that 20 and push through. Now, the only problem I have with this, and the reason why I can't take it, is because at B wave is higher than these highs. So it's unfortunate, because if I press Control D here, you can see the high of this candle is 15,606, and the high of this is 15,606. Oh, hold on. 15,606.65, 15,606.15. So it's a very, very slight difference. But it is, nevertheless, if I take this and it comes back down and gives me something nice, it's not really, doesn't fit my strategy, essentially. So I was looking at an ABC here. You could potentially, I still like it long, I just can't get a part of it. You know, I can't be in on it, on this volatility on US Open, which is kind of annoying because I did like that trade. So what I'll be looking at now is if we add all those confluences together, okay, there could be something up around these highs. So now I'm looking at, I mean, you could look at this as a larger setup, but specifically I'm going to look at here. You've got your head and shoulders there. You can see it within this basing structure. So if we get another little reload back for a breakout retest to the upside, everything about that trade I like. Weekly as well. You look at the weekly here, getting that higher time frame confluence, corrective, evening star on high volume coming in. So, you know, this for me is nice. It's nice for a potential trade to the upside. You just need a reason to enter, and that would be a break above these highs. But I do like that. I do like that. UK 100. Let me know if you guys want me to look at anything, because this is literally all I have. German 30 and the UK 100. So it might be a quite quick stream. And also, if you've got any trading questions, anything that you're struggling with, you know, put it out and I'll maybe try and help you. Now, same with the UK 100 here. Look where we are in terms of our higher time frame confluence. We're looking at an area that we're just breaking out with, okay, roughly around here. But we've got our confluence, head and shoulders, pushing on. Chart looks quite nice. For potential, if you were to take this long, there's the potential there that it can really move. Weekly as well. Potential there that it can weekly move from this volatility, move to the upside on that trend, going with that longer time frame trend. So UK 100 on this 4 hour, again, a B wave, 1, 2, 3, ABC, 1, 2, 3, ABC, cut with handle, had a fake out to the upside. This is again is the important part of breakout trading. is to not get FOMO when you see this moving to the upside, right? Because you're immediately getting rejected. If you look on the smaller time frames, okay, immediately getting rejected, come down, probably stops taking out here, etc. Is waiting for this now to reset up. So I'm okay because the closures are here. So if this comes down, right, and gives us something else here for a squeeze into this area, it could be something I look to take to the upside, just because I really like where it is. But yeah, apart from that, it's slim pickings. USD yen, looking at long setups. How's your trading going, Dawn and Denise? How's your guys' trading going? Is it going well? Are you doing well recently? Looking for long setups. Yeah, I mean, the first thing you do is go to that daily, right? And you use that. I know it's different. It was different here because we just come from that initial impulse. But when we've come a little bit more, you maybe need a complex. You maybe need a complex on the daily just to digest this nice move to the upside, because the move's kind of gone, right? The move's kind of gone there. In terms of long setups, you're looking at this anchor, I would say, because if you look at here, your anchor to the uptrend is this section we identified on those smaller time frames. So for confirmation, confirmation there would be a break and close above there, or else would be looking, if it decides to come down a little bit more, looking for a reason to get in on a pullback, potentially when higher volume comes in. That's when we like to see volume, is on that pullback. Remember, we don't know if it's going to go up or down, but getting more volume and a catalyst around here, if you're in an uptrending environment like we are here, is a good sign that potentially the big boys, institutions, are entering the market. So would I be longing it now? No, I wouldn't be longing USD JPY now because of this. But if you get a break and close above here, yeah, I would agree with it. It just maybe needs a little bit more on this daily to digest for continuation to the upside, to be honest with you, on USD JPY. I'm still watching Pound Aussie. Let me have a look at Pound Aussie. But yeah, I mean, I agree. I'd rather wait for longing it than sell it. Pound Aussie was a frustrating trade for me. It's frustrating seeing this. So I got caught on my runner here. Stopped out on my runner. My stop loss would have been moved down. This was I think I've been unlucky this month. Bitcoin and Pound Aussie. I'm still sitting on 5%. So far this month I'm on 6%. Oh, well done, Don. Excellent, mate. I'm on 5%, but I kind of feel like it was a missed opportunity. I feel like I've just been a bit unlucky this month. It could have been a double digit. Pound Aussie, you're looking long, right? I wouldn't say that's oversold, Denise. It doesn't look oversold to me. You know, maybe down here you might get the oversold. For me, this doesn't look oversold at all. It actually looks quite nice. You know, if we look at it from here, there's a potential breakout trade there. And actually, we're done there. I'm actually going to add that to my list. Sorry, Denise, I know you're looking long, but I'm going to add Pound Aussie short to my list. Time frame, 4 hour, potentially a V reversal here, and it's going with the trend. You know, so if we get, remember, stocks are pushing on. If we get some accumulation here, I could look at this to the downside. So sorry if I'm going against you, but you've actually just shown me a trade that I kind of like to the downside. I know you got a decent bar here, okay, but this could just be a reaction. There's a difference between buyers taking control at a support area, or just a reaction off that support area, and maybe that's what we're getting. We're getting no real follow through. Okay, that's important. We're getting no real follow through, and we are on that downtrending environment. So, I mean, look at these lower time frames as well. It just looks a wee bit bearish. And actually, another potential setup there as well at this. Another potential setup, it breaks out, retests, and moves to the downside. That's another one I'm going to add in for a potential breakout retest. So, thanks, Denise. Sorry. Thanks for getting me to analyze Pound Aussie there, because I kind of like it to the downside. But that doesn't mean it has to. You know, for me, the confirmation doesn't happen until we get a break and close underneath. So until that happens, yeah, of course, we can, like the DXY today, I thought was moving to the downside. And actually looked very similar to this chart here on the 4 hour, but we got this massive move up. So absolutely good. I mean, I wish I had my crystal ball. Don't have my crystal ball today, but I would just be wary of buying pound Aussie, in my opinion. But again, if it fits your strategy, doesn't matter what I think, you know, doesn't matter what I think. That's all that matters. October has been a good month thanks to GJ. Oh, good, excellent. At least you're making money. For Joby, hey, how are you? Hope you are well. So yeah, if anybody else has any other questions, if not, it is a Monday. I've taken out my Swiss yen trade, which is a beautiful trade. I put a video on my channel about that trade. If you don't know where my channel is and my socials down there, if you haven't followed me, make sure you hit that follow. But I got stopped out on Swiss yen on this price action here from this breakout for an 8% trade. I mean, that was really good. I took 2R here for 2%. Now I risk 2%. And my runner just kind of went and went and went. And it just looked to be a possible loss of momentum up here. So I got stopped out for 3R on my runner, plus the 1R, 4R. It was actually slightly more than 4R, but because of the swap and commission, it basically put it bang on 4R. So yeah. $50 challenge. Yeah, the $50 challenge. Okay, I usually wouldn't let you in because it's normally on my GST stream. So you guys get a little bit of an extra few hours, but it's on gold. So if you put your prediction in on gold, I'll let you in. So gold here is the Friday competition for movement on whatever price you think on Friday. Personally, I think gold's a mess. I don't like it. I have a bias that gold will get up to this resistance area by Friday, but it's kind of settling down a little bit. But here, you know, I mean, how can you trade that? That's just, you know, it's hard to trade. Look at this fake out to the upside, massive rejection, and now we're moving back up to the upside. If this settles down a little bit, maybe does something like this, pushes on for gold, might look better. I've actually I think A1 are about to put a video up on gold, on my gold and silver outlook. I like silver better. I think silver is a nicer chart. But yeah, gold is the $50 challenge. So if you're watching this, what I do on my YouTube every Monday is a little fun competition where I pick whatever it is, a currency pair, an index, a commodity, or whatever, and we all put our price predictions in for the price on Friday. If you can see, is here. We've done 3 so far. I've actually won. I won one of them. So we did the SPX, we did the DXY. Last week we did Bitcoin, and this week we're doing gold. So basically, the person closest to the price of gold on Friday wins $50. I think it'll be 1780. Okay, I've got quite a few I've got to put in because I'm doing it all on catch up. But I'll put you in, Don. No problem. 1780. Yeah, I'm just a little bit bullish on gold. I am a bit bullish on gold, just because of where we are on the daily. You've got a slight head and shoulders here, breaking out. This evening star or this massive bearish bar didn't take. And this is one of the reasons, if you look at the DXY, these big bars, right, often sometimes come back into it. This is why I'm a little bit wary of the DXY. But I think if you get a break above here on this daily chart, and again, a breaking close, I think gold tests this resistance area. That's what I think anyway. But again, I'm not trading it. I ain't trading it. That's just my personal bias. So maybe you're right, Don. Maybe you're right, $50 on a Friday for your beer or your wine or your Coke, whatever it is. 1820 Breeze. Okay, I'll add you all into the list. I'll do the list tomorrow, next day, because I have to rewatch the recordings, because that's when you can see the live chat. So if I always put them in, I won't, you know, I do that midweek. But yeah, I'll enter you both in. You don't trade gold? No, I can't even remember the last. I'll tell you the last time I traded gold. it was actually a good trade. So I think it was, if I go back, it was a breakout. I tell you what it was. It was here. This was the last time I traded gold. On this V reversal, slight corrective on a daily, push out and retest. I bought it here, and that was actually a really nice trade. But that's the last time I traded it. So April, on a breakout retest with gold. It's just, I mean, where is it going? Where is it going? You could say this is a larger, look at this, a larger structure here. But then your neckline is there. It's kind of in no man's land, to be honest with you. It's kind of in no man's land, to be honest. Anyway, that's where I think. I think it gets up to this area. But who knows? 1825 Perry. Okay, I'll add you in. Make sure you follow me on YouTube then, because I'll announce it on Friday afternoon. All right, guys, I better go. I'm playing football tonight. It was my birthday the last week, so I'm trying to get fit because I'm getting older. Kalechi 1826. Okay, I'll add you all in. If you're not in, put it in, and I'll comment on the video down below if you're watching this on catch up and you want to enter. But make sure you comment on Monday, because if you comment on Wednesday, obviously it's not fair, right? The people that entered. Anyway, thanks, guys. I appreciate you joining. Hit the like button if you're watching. Make sure you hit the like button, and I'll see you next week. All right, guys, trade safe. Peace.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching today's stream. I hope you got a lot of value out of it. And hey, before you go, make sure to check out our guest on social media, as well as subscribe to the A1 Trading YouTube channel for more free trading content throughout the week. Before we go, I do also want to say down below in the description, there's all sorts of great perks for you if you're looking for a broker. We've got some recommended brokers. We've also got a Telegram channel and email newsletter that you would probably benefit from if you're an aspiring trader. So take advantage of some of that free stuff down below. It will also help out the channel tremendously, and we will see you back tomorrow.